What's up, YouTube? I am Guy, and today I'm going to be throwing you guys a video on what do you think about Pendulum monsters. So this is something that's been on my mind for quite a while now, and you guys know that the Pendulum monsters are going to be coming out in the TCG in, anywhere between a couple months when the new Yu-Gi-Oh series comes out, which is Yu-Gi-Oh series Arc 5. So people out there in the Yu-Gi-Oh community keep saying that, whoa, Pendulum monsters are totally broke, they should not be made. Or people out there saying, Pendulum monsters are stupid, why are they even being invented? They're not going to speed up the game in any way, they're not going to change it, what's the point? But it's kind of a little different than that. I feel like, in my opinion, that it's kind of in the center. See, Konami, in order to keep the game Yu-Gi-Oh interesting, you have to keep on giving out new things in order to, not get old and dull and not, clearly be interesting anymore. So they have to release something new that can be unique to the new Yu-Gi-Oh series, and also not have it ruin the game, which would be hard to do. It's a very complex card game that can get really destroyed if one bad mistake happened. But really, Pendulum monsters are not something I cannot exactly criticize as of this moment, because I've never really played them besides a little bit on Dueling Network, which honestly are not that good and also not that bad. Pendulum monsters are really good at using are really good in certain decks. For example, Scraps. Asian Eyes White Dragon is a YouTuber on YouTube as well, who made a whole bunch of videos and made a whole bunch of videos on Pendulum monsters with the scrap deck that he uses, and it turned out to be really broke. Like, it was really good. And like explanation on how to Pendulum summon and all that stuff. I'll leave a link to his channel down below if you haven't seen him yet. You should really check him out. But back on the topic, the Pendulum monsters are not the worst thing, they are not the greatest thing, but they are good in their own way. Pretty much you can special summon as many times as you want, determined on their Pendulum scales. Say 1 through 8, you can special summon any monsters whose level is between 2 through 7. I believe I got that explanation correct. I'm not too sure, but pretty much with Scraps, because, you're playing like a huge monster count, and you have Pendulum monsters on the field, you can special summon your Scraps like crazy. You can pop your Scraps, special summon more Scraps, and go for the crazy XZ's plays in order to OTK your opponent really easily. But that's just with one deck. But if you, say, try playing Pendulum monsters with, say, Gagagas, like, it's good, but also not. Gagagas do not play a fast-paced game unless you're going for the Konami Matsumech OTK. But besides that, they are not suitable enough to use Pendulums. And once the Pendulum monsters do come out, they are going to be making decks and cards that help support the Pendulum monsters, so that they can end up being good and broke and all that stuff. But on the other hand, you have all of the staple traps, you have all of the negate activations, you have all that stuff in order to counter Pendulums. In my opinion, I feel like Pendulums will just really get in the way of doing what you normally do with your decks. You've been playing these decks for a long time, you got your plays down, you got your strategies, you know how to play a deck, and then Pendulum comes out, they can work really well in your deck. Maybe not. But the fact that if you want to try these different plays, you have to have them both in your hand, summon them. If you start off with a 6-card hand, you are now at 4. And those could be spells and traps. And now they're just sitting there. Or they can just be all monsters. But then you have no defense. You see? So, honestly, Pendulum monsters are not the greatest, but they are not the worst. They can change the game. It's something that Konami just needed to do in order to spice something up in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bring out something new, bring out something interesting and that could be fun, and bring out some sort of new gameplay to the game. So, just changes in small ways can really, get other people into Yu-Gi-Oh! And you know, just keep people into the game, because there are people that quit because it just gets boring. Like, people just get done with the game. They don't want to keep doing the same plays over and over. That's why you gotta make fun decks. Might as well try out Pendulums. But anyway, tell me what you guys think of these Pendulum monsters. Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Why? And just tell me what you think, really. If there's anything, if there's anything you want to tell me about what you think of it, I am gladly to listen to your opinions. Comment, like, subscribe. Check out the Gakka Facebook page, Asian Eyes and Asian Eyes White Dragons YouTube channel down below. Links in the description. And I will see you guys later. This is Gakka Guy, overlaying and signing out.